Argentina has already booked their spot in the quarterfinal round. Peru needs a win and help from elsewhere in the group in order to advance as well. Tremendous atmosphere here at Hard Rock Stadium. And now the starting lineup for Argentina in the familiar 4-3-3, and a squad that is heavily rotated from what we saw in the first two games by virtue of the fact that they don't need a result here, knowing they are already advancing into the quarterfinal round. Lautaro Martinez, who had been coming off the bench but who's been their most prolific scorer, gets the start here tonight. Emiliano Martinez, as always, is in goal for Argentina. Our officials from Mexico, led by head referee Cesar Ramos, the 40-year-old, who has been a referee at the last two World Cups in Russia as well as Qatar. Has also been a referee in the CONCACAF Champions League, and so far here at the Copa America. He's been a referee for Brazil against Costa Rica and has a few more assignments coming up as well. VAR in effect throughout the tournament here in the U.S. Now for Peru, it is a 5-3-2 with Pedro Gallesi in goal. They do have a couple of absences as Miguel Araujo got a red card against Canada. He is out. Luis Advincula was injured in the game against Canada as well. And there's a late substitution here as there was an injury during the course of warm-ups, as it is Aldo Corza defensively who will not be getting the start, even though he was named as a starter. Instead, Oliver Sane comes in to replace him. As the captains meet at midfield, Paulo Guerrero for Peru and Angel Di Maria for Argentina. So neither team with their top choice starting 11, but for different reasons. For Peru, it's a combination of red card absences and injuries. For Argentina, it's selective rotating players like Lionel Messi, who is nursing a thigh injury, and his services not required for tonight, with Argentina already in the knockout round. A packed stadium of over 50,000 here tonight for Argentina and Peru. Hard Rock Stadium, which will be the venue for the final in mid-July tonight. It is the setting for the final group stage game in Group A here at this Copa America. For Argentina, already through, it's a chance to get some fresh legs and some minutes for players who have been pushing in training, who have earned the time, and now they get a start. For Peru, this is a must-have game. They need the result. They need the win. A draw does them no good. They have to have a win in order to move on. A hot and humid summer night in South Florida as Argentina and Peru meet in their last game of group stage play in the Copa America. Argentina has already secured their spot in the quarterfinals, but for Peru, they need a win to move on and some help from Canada and Chile, which is the other game in this group that is kicking off as we speak, some 200 miles north of here in Orlando. If Canada beats Chile, Peru is eliminated no matter what they do here tonight. But anything else, and it will come down to a variety of tie-breaking scenarios. But first things first, it's going to be a tough enough lift for Peru just to uphold their end of the bargain here tonight against a team in Argentina that they have not beaten in almost a quarter of a century. And here in the early going, conceding the game's first corner kick 1 minute in. And there's been 16 in a row where Peru has failed to beat Argentina. They've been shut out in their last 4 meetings. And now Angel Di Maria with the corner here in the early stages. The captain in place of the missing Lionel Messi here tonight. Di Maria, the 36-year-old who plays for Benfica and is retiring from international soccer after this tournament here in the U.S. Physical play by Brian Reina. He puts a shoulder into Herman Pazea. And for Argentina, another storyline to watch. Walter Samuel is an assistant coach for Argentina, but he is taking the place of Lionel Scaloni here tonight, who has been suspended for a match because he has been bringing his team out late for the start of the second half, and that's been a problem on multiple occasions. So Scaloni, the regular head coach for Argentina, suspended here tonight, and Walter Samuel, who has been an assistant with Argentina for the last 6 years and earned over 50 caps for them as a player back in the day, he is in charge as the manager on the bench here this evening. Peru trying to go long, off target, and a throw in for La Albiceleste. Jorge Fossati is the manager for Peru, the 71-year-old from Uruguay in his first year in this job. He took the Uruguay national side to a third-place finish at the Copa America back in 2004. He has managed over 20 different teams throughout his career, including the Uruguayan national side and the Qatari national team. And he's had stops in countries around the world throughout his tenure. Free kick here for Argentina. Now, despite all of the numbers and the trends that favor Argentina by a wide margin over Peru here tonight, there is a measure of hope for the Peruvians in the fact that Argentina has heavily rotated their squad because they don't have to have the result here tonight, knowing they are already safely into the quarterfinal round. So you might imagine there is a drop in motivation, but then the counter argument to that is the players who have come on to replace the regulars in the starting lineup. They want to prove themselves. They want to earn their spot, more minutes, and look to be a factor going into the knockout rounds. So any way you slice it, it is going to be an uphill climb for Peru here tonight to get the win that they need. There's Lautaro Martinez. Now Palacios. Peru doesn't figure to have a lot of possession, but applying some pressure up the pitch here in the early going. And they will look to play on the counter as much as possible. Now Di Maria surveys his options. That was well defended. And then Cayens losing possession, trying to work it up the flank. Throw in for Peru. Montiel with the nutmeg on Lopez, but then he did well after that to shield the ball. And showing poise to then turn it back the other direction. Argentina, the first of the 16 teams at the Copa America this year to secure their spot in the quarterfinal round. Peru at the bottom of the group without a win and without a single goal so far here in the tournament. And now our first whistle as players gather around in terms of a free kick in a dangerous spot for Argentina here. The foul against Peru. And it was Martinez fouled by Zambrano. Got the arm to the face and making the most of it here to earn the call. Lautaro Martinez with a goal in each of his last 5 games, going back to before the Copa America started. He has been the hottest player in terms of offensive goal-scoring form for the Argentinians coming into this Copa America. But he's been coming off the bench. That's how talented and deep this team is. Coming off the bench, still producing, and now getting the start here tonight in the final group stage game. Angel Di Maria on the free kick, serves it in, and that's going to be a corner kick, as the keeper Pedro Gallesi couldn't control it. The 34-year-old from Lima got his hands on it, but was kind of off balance here and couldn't haul it in. And just fumbled it. Second corner. Di Maria going short. Gets the return pass. Line drive in and headed over the bar. Di Maria on the receiving end. He's pointing towards the corner, and it might have come off a defender last here. And Di Maria looked like he was in an offsides position, though. Flag never went up, and all of a sudden it's the third corner, 7 minutes in. Di Maria once again. And this time he's going to serve it in all the way. Curling ball comes all the way through, and no one really got a solid piece of it. Very dangerous. I mean, that was about as well as you could place it. Hot night. Temperature up near 90 degrees for this 8 p.m. local time kickoff, but very humid. Not much air moving, so definitely a tough night weather-wise for these clubs. And a lot of these players who are with teams in South America. This is the middle of winter down there, so a little unusual coming up here at this time of the North American summer. This is a very typical summer night in South Florida. And just a fabulous atmosphere for this game on a Saturday night in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Paredes. Now Otamendi, the veteran on that back line at 36 years of age with Benfica now. Argentina with wins over Canada and Chile, both by shutout so far in this tournament. They have been dominant in every regard. Twice as much possession as their opponents so far. Outshot Canada 9-2 and outshot Chile 22-3. The 15-time champions of Copa America and defending champions from the last edition in Brazil. Peru win it back and then immediately concede possession back to Argentina. Now Martinez. And trying to avoid the pressure. And it's going to be a free kick and the foul on Aldo Corzo. Just an unnecessary foul there as well. And it affords a set piece for Argentina in the final third. And just no need to hammer Garnacho right there at the sideline. He'd already gotten rid of the ball. Argentina appealing for a card, and you could certainly make the case that that's a yellow. Undisciplined by Peru. Sure, you want to come out and be physical, but you have to be smart as well. Ten minutes gone by, no score here in Miami. Towards the back post and over the top of everyone. Well, for Peru, defense has not been the issue as of late. Even though they have dropped their first two games, it's been the offense that has been a persistent problem. They've yet to score here in this Copa America. They have only one goal in their last 4 in all competitions. And they have been shut out in 8 of their last 12 international matches altogether. Here's Garnacho a shot, and he couldn't curl it around. It is deflected, however, and it'll be a corner kick. Argentina turning the screws here early. Good quick touch. Garnacho trying to cut it to the inside. He's kind of falling down, lost his balance, and kind of got some help and a break that it deflected off the Peruvian defender and out for a corner. So this time an in-swinger for the first time on a corner for Di Maria. Already the fourth corner here in the first 12 minutes. And this one also makes it through untouched. Just like another one a few moments ago, Otamendi had an opportunity there, and it was such an appetizing one too, because Gallesi had committed himself. Pedro Gallesi had come out of his goal here, and he was in no man's land there. Any kind of header, anything on frame, and that's a goal. And Argentina just didn't get their runs timed right. And Samuel on the bench saying, we could use an early one. Meanwhile, it is Carlos Zambrano who is down for Peru. A 34-year-old who has over 70 caps for the national side. He's had a very tumultuous career, a feisty player. Been in trouble on several occasions with various teams around the world he's played for. And he just took the knee to the back, and Otamendi tried to climb up over the top of him here. That should probably be a foul on Otamendi. Here's Brian Arena, tackled out from underneath him by Montiel. And those two having words. Montiel walks right up to him after Reina had gotten up. Gonzalo Montiel, a 27-year-old who plays at Sevilla, on loan this past season at Nottingham Forest. And now Reina going back down. Otamendi says, no, 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 let's go. Those two just continuing their one-on-one duel here. And Montiel not having any of it. Gonzalo Montiel was the player who had the penalty kick that won the World Cup in Qatar a couple of years ago in the win over France. '15th minute here in Miami. There's Garnacho trying to hold it up, and a whistle back behind the play. This is going to be a free kick in midfield for Argentina. Well, a lot of fouls in the early going from Peru. And the nerves and the desire to be physical, to try and settle into some kind of a rhythm and feel like you get a foot into the game. That's what's going on with the Peruvian side right now. And you can't be overzealous. And right now they're spending a lot of time defending. Here's Martinez with his back to goal. Di Maria. A quarter of an hour in the rear view. No score here at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The last time these two teams met, it was last October in World Cup qualifying. Argentina won 2-0. They will also meet again in the final game of South American World Cup qualifying this coming November. Argentina, as the defending champions, well on their way to a spot back here in the U.S. in 2 years' time at the next World Cup. While for Peru, it's going to be a long road to try and qualify and make a return trip here to the U.S. as they are at the bottom of the table in the South American qualifying standings. So they have some ground to make up. Qualifying resumes this coming September. Peru right now without a win, 4 losses and 2 draws in South American qualifying. They're a third of the way through that competition. Now Martinez, good one touch. Too far ahead of Di Maria, however. Now Paulo Guerrero. Despite the troubles recently, this Peruvian nation is a 2-time winner of the Copa America in 1939 and again in 1975. And then more recently, they finished as the runner-up 5 years ago and made the Final Four back in 2021. The referee will allow play to continue here. Martinez slow to get up. And Peru looking to make a charge. And the pass too far for Guerrero. Edison Flores couldn't get the pass right. And one of the rare opportunities journeying into the final third here in this first half for Peru. Largely possession monopolized by the Argentinians to this point. Neither team with a shot on goal so far. Here's Lo Celso. And it's offsides. Di Maria in behind that back line. First offsides of the match. Argentina overall could not be in much better form. They have lost only 2 of their last 59 games going back to 2019. They of course lost their first group game at the World Cup to Saudi Arabia, maybe the biggest upset in World Cup history. But of course that was just a minor blip on the road to actually winning that World Cup in Qatar. They then lost to Uruguay in World Cup qualifying in November of last year. That's been their only loss since the World Cup in Qatar. And since the Uruguay loss in November, they have won all 7 of their games leading into this Copa America by a combined score of 15-2. That's how dominant La Albiceleste have been over the last few years. But conceding a free kick here in the 20th minute. And first free kick in the Argentina end for Peru. Marcos Lopez. As well as Sergio Pena standing over it. And it's Lopez on the service. And Zambrano got his head on it, but never a threat on goal. Carlos Zambrano, a longtime fixture on this Peruvian national side, has been on teams that have finished second and third in the Copa America while playing his club football all over the world in places like Germany, Russia, Ukraine, Switzerland, and even in Argentina. Palacios finding the space. Here's Di Maria eyeballing an opportunity. Now Paredes. Garnacho. Step too soon, but gets it back. Alejandro Garnacho, the 19-year-old who will turn 20 this coming Monday. Of course, a terrific season for Manchester United this year. Had the Premier League's goal of the season and also scored the first goal in their FA Cup win over Man City. Martinez onside, and the flag does now go up. So they waited. It looked like he initially was offsides, but as usual, a delayed call. Garnacho finding Di Maria, and then Martinez in an offside position all the way. Now, Peru has been so good defensively here at this tournament. In their draw with Chile in their opening game in Texas, they only allowed one shot on target. In their 1-0 loss to Canada, they only allowed 2 shots on goal, and they were playing with 10 men for about the final half hour. So they've only allowed 3 shots on frame through the first 2 games. The problem, though, is at the other end, without a single goal so far here in this tournament. And they need to find the back of the net tonight, otherwise their tournament will be over after this game against Argentina. And they would actually exit the group stage for the first time since 1995. And that was also the last time they failed to win a game during the group phase of the Copa America. This is just not the team that you want to be playing, though. Needing a goal and a win. They've been shut out in their last 4 meetings with Argentina in all competitions. Midway through this first half, still no score. Di Maria against Flores. Staring down his options. Palacios, now Garnacho. He's 1v1. Alejandro Garnacho now against 2 defenders. And in the end, a throw in for Argentina. Quickly back to Garnacho. Alejandro Garnacho, born in Madrid, but he has played with the Argentina youth national sides and now the senior side. And now one of the big hopes for Manchester United to turn their fortunes around under the new ownership beginning next season. Free kick. And this is the most dangerous place from which Argentina has had a set piece so far here tonight. Typically this would be Messi territory, but again, he is out tonight, nursing a thigh injury he sustained in the last game. And maybe as much a precaution as anything. Could have probably gone if they needed him here tonight, but already into the quarterfinals, so not chancing it, resting him and saving him up for their next quarterfinal game, which is just about a week away. Argentina looking to get on the board first here in Miami. Di Maria and Paredes both bracketing the ball here. Very inviting spot just outside the box. And And what a save by Paredes. And then it's tapped out for a goal kick. Oh, that was so well struck. And just a sensational stop. Best of the night so far by a long shot. Now Paredes had that one curling right to the upper corner. Now the first Peruvian goalkeeper to ever get to 100 caps. Played in the World Cup in Russia. And also in the final of the Copa America 5 years ago, and makes the first significant save here this evening in Miami. The possession, as expected, all one-sided here, north of 80% for Argentina. And even though Peru knows they need the win, there's just not much they can do about it. They know they're outclassed in terms of talent, technical ability. So they're just going to have to pick their spots and try to be opportunistic on the counter. They're not going to get many chances, so if one presents itself, they've got to pounce. They've got to be clinical. Paredes, and now the back heel by Lo Celso, but Paredes got clipped here. And the first yellow card of the game. Finally shown to Peru. They had it coming. I mean, a lot of silly fouls here. Unnecessary, and it's Paulo Guerrero, the first man in the book on the night. And just no reason for this. Coming in late. Paulo Guerrero, the all-time leading goal scorer for Peru. 39 all-time goals. Needs one to tie the Peruvian all-time Copa America record, which is 15. That's lobbed in, and Gayesi reads it well. Marcus Lopez loses possession for Peru. That's been the problem. Anytime they get the ball for even a moment, they can't string anything together. No protracted sequence of possession. Now in the 30th minute, they've had less than 20% of the ball here tonight. This is a Peru side that is without Miguel Araujo, who's suspended through a red card. Luis Advincula, who injured his Achilles earlier in the tournament. And Renato Tapia, who has left the team because of a dispute with the Federation. So missing some top-end talent here tonight. Not the best spot for Peru to need a win over the top team in the world. Just unable to field their very best squad when they need it the most. Now half an hour deep here and a quarter of an hour left to go in this first half. Zambrano goes down the line, but Otamendi is there. Nicolas Otamendi, of course, so many years with Man City, now with Benfica, late in his career in his mid-30s. Over 100 caps for the Argentinian national side as well. Heavy touch by Guerrero. And he gets it back, though. Now he tried to sell the foul there. And the referee wasn't having it. He tried to bait him just after getting the yellow card a moment ago, so probably not the referee's favorite player at this particular time, so maybe not the most opportune moment to be trying that. And that is a foul against Peru. Paredes again on the receiving end. If anything, Peru trying to unsettle Argentina, take them out of their game, mentally get in their heads, because they know they can't match them for sheer technical ability. So maybe trying to win a psychological game. But this is not a team that is prone to falling into that kind of a trap. Argentina too accomplished, experienced, and disciplined. Oh, that's clever from Di Maria. Martinez. And now Montiel. Garnacho on the wing. Now out wide for Tagliafico, but he can't hold it in. Good sequence by Argentina. Starting with Di Maria here. Angel Di Maria, retiring from international soccer after this Copa America, would like to go out as a two-time winner. Almost 150 caps for the Argentinian national side, and of course a decorated club career with prominent clubs like Juventus, PSG, Manchester United, Real Madrid. He's won the Champions League, Olympic gold, and of course the Copa America and the World Cup. Pretty much checked every box. Walter Samuel animated on the touchline. And again, the assistant coach for Argentina, but he's in charge here tonight because the manager, Lionel Scaloni, suspended for one game because he had been bringing his team back out late at the start of the second halves so far here at the Copa America. So maybe he'll start setting the alarm on his phone or something like that, but it was serious enough that he earned the suspension. So Samuel in charge for Argentina here tonight, but of course no stranger to this national side. He's been with them in a capacity as an assistant for the last half dozen years. 35th minute, still no score. Rare giveaway by Argentina. Peña, though, dispossessed, and here's Martinez taken away from behind there by Peña, who won it back. Now Flores trying to go up and over the top for Guerrero, but plays it too heavy. Di Maria clipped, and that's going to be the second yellow of this first half on Peru. So Wilder Cartagena goes in the book, a 29-year-old who plays in Major League Soccer for Orlando City, just a couple of hours north of here. After stops in the United Arab Emirates, Argentina, Portugal. Has over 30 caps for Peru's national side, and now a yellow card on the night. Line drive. Went off a couple of bodies here. And it's going to be a goal kick. The other game in this group, Canada facing Chile, happening at the same time. About a 3 hours drive north of here in Orlando. No score. Now, if Canada wins that, there's nothing Peru can do here tonight to advance in this tournament. They would be eliminated. Anything less than a Canadian victory over Chile, and then things get interesting. Peru still needs a win. They still have to have all 3 points against Argentina to have a chance. But if they get the win and Canada does not, or if Chile gets the win over Canada, then you have a couple of teams equal on points, and then it comes down to goal difference. And we could have to go even deeper than that. Beyond goal difference, the next tiebreaker is total goals scored. Emiliano Martinez out to scoop this up. Now Garnacho on the wing. That's a good step defensively by Sane, who wasn't even scheduled to be in the starting 11 until right before kickoff. Oliver Sane replacing Andy Polo, who was going to be a starter, but then got injured during warmups. So Sane had to come on, the 23-year-old who just earned his first cap with the national side this past March, playing his club football in Denmark, where he was born. The 13th all-time meeting at the Copa America between these two sides. Argentina shutting out Peru in their last 2. And the pass under hit for Martinez. He tries to recover. Now Garnacho on it, and that is going to be a whistle against Martinez. So a free kick for Peru. They're actually going to call him for offsides here. Martinez in ahead of the play for the second time in this first half. Well, the last time that Peru beat Argentina, it was 1997. So it has been more than a minute. Got to have it tonight. Otherwise, their Copa America will come to an end here. Their 34th appearance in this competition. Peru, though, winless in their last 5 in this tournament, going back to the last edition. That's the longest winless streak they've had here at the Copa America since 1993. Now trying to get higher up the pitch here with their pressure defensively. Try to win the ball in some dangerous areas. They know if they win it back at midfield or in their own end, it's a long way to go to get up the field. So if you win it higher up, less work to do to try to generate a goal-scoring opportunity. Here's one for Argentina, and Di Maria bounces it in. And an easy save for Pedro Gallesi. Rare opportunity for Argentina to play on the counterattack. This is Reina against Pazea. Brian Reina trying to get a cross away. Oh, he does well. Tried to center. Now Lopez against Palacios. Lopez chips it all the way across. Peña gets there. And they have to go backwards with Corzo. who then lifts it out for an Argentina throw-in. But the most dangerous opportunity offensively in the final third for Peru so far here in this game. Inside the final 5 minutes, plus whatever stoppage time we get here at the end of this first half. Argentina very influential in possession. They have the only shot on goal so far, but still no score here at the Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. Argentina have already secured their spot in the quarterfinal round regardless of the result tonight, but they still have a chance to finish first in the group. That has not been determined outright as of yet, but in all likelihood, given the various data, the metrics, and the scenarios, it's a very good chance that Argentina is going to win this group, and it would be the first time that they have topped the group here at the Copa America since the last time this event was played here in the U.S., which was back in 2016. So much of their success over the course of the last couple of years has not only been the obvious dominance on offense with Lionel Messi and all of their brilliant attacking players, but the defense has been so improved with what they have had to work with. You go back to the World Cup, it was the defense that almost cost them the World Cup title in Qatar. But since then, they've improved dramatically, and they've shut out 13 of the 16 opponents they have faced since the World Cup final, where they conceded 3 to France. They have locked things down on the back line. Pass too far for Paulo Guerrero. So you add the offensive acumen, which has always been there, to this robust defensive presence they now have, and no wonder they are still the top team in the world and the favorites here at the Copa America to win this tournament for the second time in a row. Di Maria on the move as the overlapping run. One-timer comes in. Oh, what a terrific save by Gallesi. And then on the rebound, Garnacho curls it up and over the bar. Pedro Gallesi has made 2 sensational saves here in this first half. And that one with Giovanni Lo Celso in a perfect spot. Gallesi leaning the wrong way, but gets his foot on it. And he is the reason this match is still scoreless here late in the first half. Pedro Gallesi has played on Peru's teams that have finished as the runner-up and also in third place here at past Copa Americas. Currently playing his club soccer in Orlando. 5th year with Orlando City. He's been an MLS All-Star. And with saves like we've seen here in this first half, you can see why. Now coming up on the final seconds of the first 45. We'll see how much stoppage time we get shortly here. Haven't had any lengthy injury spells. And we will play just 1 additional minute. Now Flores out wide for Lopez. Headed through, and Garnacho. Very difficult volley to execute, and he did well there. Spinning around like that, then make solid contact. That is not easy. Peru trying to generate a rare opportunity here at the end of the half. Without a shot on goal here in this first frame, only 1 shot altogether for them, and now into the final seconds. It is halftime in South Florida. In a game Peru needs to win in order to advance here in the Copa America. We are still scoreless between Peru and Argentina in their final group stage game here at the tournament this year. Only 2 shots on target in the first half, both belonging to Argentina. Peru with just 1 shot altogether. Argentina dominating in just about every way.